Hello, hello. This is MJ. I'd like to do a quick video on that. That's something that I've mentioned before about influencers and how it's very important to be critical and even skeptical about the ones we follow and the ones we like and so on, whatever. And, I think a lot of people tend to follow blindly, and I get it. Whoever the influence is, you like what they're selling, you like the product or whatever they're pitching to you, or whatever they're selling. It's wonderful. Okay, I get it, but I think people should take responsibility to fact check your favorite social media influencer. I think one thing we have to remember first and foremost is it's a business. Um, and the money that's made is largely by views and circulation of videos, or if they're signed, unless they're signed up for Patreon or they have advertisers or something like that. And we also have to keep in mind that rarely are the influencers experts on controversial topics. And this is the part for me that really starts to um, where they start to tip their hand with whatever it is that they're talking about. And it's interesting because we're in the information age. Just because we have all this information doesn't mean people know how to find it. And there are tutorials online on how to find good, vetted information. And some of the things that I see on YouTube with some of the influencers, it's almost like seeing a meme on Facebook that's obviously false. At least to, let's just say your tutored understanding is false. But you see how many times someone liked it and how many times it was shared. And all it took was literally a 2-minute Google search to find out that it wasn't true. So I think, a heavy bit of skepticism should be exercised. And remember, not all claims are the same. Outrageous claims deserve reasonable evidence. Like a silly example would be if you told me you had a pet dog, but I went to your house and then I didn't see the dog. Okay, that's fine. Okay, the dog may be out someplace with a relative or neighbor, you know, maybe up the street with playing with some other kids or something like that. Even if I didn't see a dog bowl, dog leash, dog turds or anything like that, I would still believe that you have a dog. Why? Because we have evidence of people that own dogs. People have pets all the time. A lot of them are dogs. So we've seen pet ownership before. Now, if you had told me that you have a singing, dancing, talking dog, okay, well, that's going to require a bit more burden of proof. It's an outrageous claim. It's something that I would really need to see. You would need to show me or give me some evidence that this is the case, because it's an outrageous claim. So not all claims are the same. But I will give you a couple claims that are more centered around reality than abstractions and so on. There was two examples that I came across very recently. There was one influencer who made a couple of videos, but one video in particular, he was saying that Houston was the epicenter for the AIDS virus in America currently. And there was a woman that I don't remember if he was recording her or if she had called into the show, but I think it was more of a recording or something that she had put out there on the web. And he was just playing it. And I guess she lived in Houston, and unfortunately for her, she had contracted the virus. And just through her experience, from the sound of this video, it sounded to be a bit more anecdotal. From her experiences, where she was living in Houston, it seemed like it was everywhere. So this influencer played this video and he commented on it, and he made mention, basically saying, what's going on in Houston? I can't believe all this is happening in Houston. Houston seems like everyone here has AIDS, or this must be the epicenter for AIDS, and so on, or whatever. So a quick Google search to the CDC.gov, NIH.gov, and a couple of reputable sources that literally agencies that track, institutions that track this information. Houston wasn't even in the top 5. Not even close. So I'm not sure, where the vetting process was, but I would imagine this influencer knows that most people, he's probably got enough solid followers where They're going to follow it. They're going to believe it. They're going to thumbs up it. They're going to circulate it, or what have you. And this goes back to the whole thing about making money. As long as it gets viewed, as long as it gets shared, and maybe whatever else the influencers are selling with it, like I've always jokingly said before, but not really joking. I don't know, maybe it's muscle juice, boner pills, whatever the case is. But I think there should be a great amount of skepticism when we have people telling us that something that sounds pretty scary, not necessarily outrageous, but scary. I'm always leery of something that's meant to scare us rather than educate us. Another one I recently came across was there was a guy, he was walking through a park or something, and he was talking about the upcoming election. And this was interesting because this is tangentially related to the things I've talked about before here about women, black women, the manosphere, red pill, blue pill, so on. This man had asserted that the reason why, or the number one reason why black men won't vote for Kamala Harris, candidate Kamala Harris, is because black men who hate uncooperative black women who like candidate Harris, because of that reason, these men won't vote for her. Now, I don't know what city this man was in, but whatever city he was in, it doesn't matter because he's so far removed from the larger, greater population, voting population of people. And I don't know from wherever he was how he would know that. I don't know what study you would find to find that. Show me the study that says these are the amount of black men who won't vote for candidate Harris because they don't like uncooperative black women. And she seems to be one of those types of women, and that's why they won't vote for her. Doesn't make any sense, right? It sounds a bit unreasonable. But, when I perused the comment section, there was a lot of people that were on board with this, uncritically, unskeptically. And that's very troubling. So I think there should be a fair amount of heavy skepticism with some of the claims that we hear from people, because it just may be the case that this is just how they feel, so it's a bit of projection, or this is how they want the world to be, and they just, I don't know, they feel that by saying it is forcing it to be so, kind of like that speak it to the universe bullshit, but whatever. But anyways, either way, tell me what you think. Drop me a line in the comment section. I do, so far I haven't seen many comments at all, but drop me a line. Let me know what you think. If you like the content, if you don't, either way, I'm very interested to hear your feedback. Until then, next time.